This is Mac Payne here, owner, operator, and founder of the Vietnam Veteran News Podcast, where we bring you news about the Vietnam War and the brave veterans who served there, as told to you by yours truly, a Vietnam veteran. That's right. In this short video, I come to you with news. I have just published a new episode to my podcast, Vietnam Veteran News, episode 3255. I highly encourage you to go over to the podcast and listen to it because it has a real good lesson to it. Many times on my podcast, I have made the statement, it is so important to know history so that we will not commit the same mistakes we did in the past. Unfortunately, many times our leaders do not listen to that recommendation. They seem to keep making the same mistakes over and over, but we're trying. In the podcast I'm telling you about that I just put up, they're actually doing something where they learned a little bit from the past and they're going to work on not committing the same mistakes in the future. And that has to do with something now called SERE. That is the training they give to our military personnel today to be able to survive if they're captured. Just like that pilot that survived over in Iran when his aircraft was shot down. He survived because he was aware of the SERE training military people learn to be able to take care of themselves if they are ever in the situation of being captured or nearly captured. The story I share with you has to do with a big training exercise that took place at Fort Rucker, Alabama, back in March of this year. It was inspired by the event back in 1973 when North Vietnam released over 500 American POWs. Anytime a bunch of POWs are released all at once, it's very important to process them properly. You have to take care of them physically, mentally, emotionally, and all the other things you need to do to help them readjust to not being a POW anymore. Another big thing they have to do is get intelligence from the POWs. That's very important. This exercise that was recently conducted at Fort Rucker, Alabama, is designed to help handle POWs when they are released from opposing forces. I believe that was a good idea to do that. They were following up on my advice to know history and then take action to do it better in the future. So please go over and listen to this podcast episode. And just because I'm such a nice guy, I have made it easy for you to be able to locate that podcast episode. I present to you 3 easy ways to go there and listen. Number 1, the first and easiest way is to merely go below this 1965 vintage Philco TV set, and there you should find a link that will take you straight to the podcast and the episode, and you can start listening immediately. It's that easy. Now, if for some reason you cannot find that link on the device you're watching this video on, no worries. As Crocodile Dundee would always say, I have you covered. All you've got to do is go to the podcast website. Now listen carefully, VietnamVeteranNews.com. That link will take you straight to the podcast website, and then you can easily locate episode number 3255 and find out about the SERE training recently held at Fort Rucker, Alabama. But wait, there's more. If you like QR codes, you're in luck. That's right. I created a QR code just for you that will take you straight to this episode. You don't have to go to a website or anything else. That QR code will take you straight there. So you have no excuse for not going to listen to this podcast episode about the SERE training recently held at Fort Rucker, Alabama. Do that, and you will be more informed about what our military is doing to stay on top of things, which is a good thing. Another good thing is for you to like this video. I would really appreciate it. Again, the people who know about these things tell me that the more likes that a video receives, the more likely YouTube is going to show it more frequently. And consequently, more people can know about the SERE training that took place at Fort Rucker. Another good thing you can do is subscribe to my channel. That also will persuade YouTube to display this video more, and that's good. More people can see it, and more people can go and listen to the episode about it. So it's all good. So why don't you do everybody a favor? Do yourself a favor by listening to the podcast, and do me a favor by liking this video. We would all be happy. And with that, I will say this. Thank you very much for listening to this video, and we will talk soon. And here is the QR code for your convenience. And I will leave it up there long enough for you to get your phone set up so you can link to it. So go for it. Were you able to get it? If not, I'll leave it up a little while longer. So go for it. And again, thanks for listening.